Not even rings the hill.
Ollie, you have to do that impression while you're playing against these boss fights.
Master Wing, dude. I am the Senate.
Everyone knows I am the seed.
Should I... do I have a drive recovery? I do not. Should I recover my drive meter first, in case I need to transform?
I wouldn't recommend transforming in these battles, but it's up to you.
For some reason I can't get the broadcast on. That's annoying.
I've literally only just got on. I've only just literally got onto it.
Yeah. There he is.
Looking briskly. Not even wins, lady. What are you doing? I'm brooding. Want to be friends? Of the funk. So, Ollie, are you really ready for this?
Of course he isn't.
Well, I know that, but I've got to throw some shade of confidence in his way. The question is, Jack, are you watching? Are you watching?
By the
No,
way,
not at the moment. It's not letting me.
you three.
What's Cloud doing? Beats me. By the way,
Well, I'm not sure we should tell you.
Pausing to give Jack a chance to get on.
That's an interesting
Yeah, I don't know why this isn't working.
I see. So that's a Keyblade.
Yeah.
And I suppose you
I
must
mean,
be its chosen
I can see it.
So what
the
if I am?
broadcast option just doesn't seem to
wonder
come up
if it will
straight
change
away for some reason.
once I defeat you. Show me your strength.
Okay, I am now watching. When in doubt, Ollie, you can always use some vomiting. For good grief, did you just lose near enough all your health?
Yeah, he forgot to press the action button at the beginning. You've got to press triangle literally when it says so you can block against every single one of his, his dash attacks.
Yeah, I'll try one more time.
Or alternatively, Ollie, you can let him impale you with his sword and then grab hold of it and remove it from his hand.
By the way,
Eventually.
Well, that was a nice turn. I'll add it to the
Are you
tally
happy now?
mark.
Are you happy now, Jack, or do you need a bit more titillating?
I don't really get titillated, Sam.
That's an interesting sword you're carrying.
I don't have that emotion.
I see.
Yes, I have
So
always
that's a
imagined that your
Keyblade.
face were, happy, sad, angry,
And I
vexed, and
suppose
everything
you
else is
must
the
be
same
its chosen
face.
wielder.
So what if
I have
am?
used that joke many times where I keep
wonder
my
if it
face
will
perfectly
change
straight and neutral and say this is
Yeah.
how I smell.
Yeah, I had the same with a friend
Show
at school
me
where I
your
basically
strength.
did a thing with him where they said, this is his face when he's happy,
enough.
sad, angry, when he's aroused, and everything else in between.
But his default emotion is anger.
There you go, Jack, you actually hit him. And, dear God, heal.
Don't worry, Sam. He's fully in control.
This is why you bring a load of This is why you bring elixirs to this.
Yeah. I have an elixir. I have 2 elixirs.
You've also died 2 tally marks. I'm just going to keep using tally marks to mark all the times you die because it makes me feel like a dick.
But I say bring them because in the later stages, Sephiroth uses a move called Heartless Angel
What
that
is
takes
Cloud doing?
all but one of your hit points
Beats me.
and also, all of your MP.
Does he still have Sin
Harvest?
You three.
I think so.
Well, I'm not sure we should tell you.
Come on, you one-winged
That's an
wonder.
interesting
Start
sword you're
fighting.
carrying.
It's funny that he's voiced by Superman.
I see. So that's a keyblade.
Oh yeah, I found another voice actor
And I
that
suppose
another
you
character
must
that the
be
voice
the
of
chosen
Leonardo
one
played.
over
It's funny, I thought
So
of you
what if
when
I
I was
am?
looking it up, Ian.
I
Alright.
wonder if it
One of my
would
favourite
change my
PS2 and Dreamcast games, Grandia 2, the main character Ryudo is voiced
Show
by
me your
Leonardo.
strength.
Yeah.
That's enough.
It's funny because the guy who voices Antoine also voices Raphael.
I'm not sure if he's in it. Oh, that's right, Ollie. You master those quick time events.
I know he's not in it, I'm just pointing it out.
I know, but I think he's the only one I know because I was watching a review of Grandia 2 because they've re-released it on Good Old Games in Steam. And sadly, they haven't done an entire thing on, you know, on any of the consoles for reasons. Yeah, Ollie, you've got to be. Yeah, they've used a cut down version of his theme for this. But hell, at least it's not like the last time you fought him, where suddenly his, you know, suddenly his HP is so high that the game can't register it.
Yeah.
He doesn't sound like he's from a boy band.
Yeah, you've got to be really careful in these ones because, you know, Sephiroth can take down your health very quickly. But then again, Ollie knows
Like
that.
that.
He's...
Yeah, Ollie's experienced it, that's how he knows that.
Heal, Ollie.
Oh, damn it. Ah!
That's enough.
Timing!
He juggled me.
Yeah, the drive.
Oh, even his drive form is worthless. He didn't get a single hit.
That's
He was like, "Behold my ultimate power! Ah, he cut off my nipple, the source of my power."
My enchanted shin! How did you know that was the source of my power?
Carefully, and if we wait long enough, he might turn into Dark Side Phil when he keeps dying to the same enemy too fast. I doubt that. I recently watched his one where he played that Noah DLC where he fights Date Masamune.
Right.
And he just keeps dying over and over and over again, and he starts blaming everything. And then someone in the comments actually explained to him, maybe if you actually switched styles when he starts charging at you, he wouldn't kill you with his one-hit kill move. He's like, oh, one-hit kill moves, they're the worst thing in video games. Really? Oh shit, the flakes are getting bigger. Oh,
I
wow.
wonder if Ollie will turn back.
What do you think,
Ollie,
guys?
Ollie, do it, do it, do it, do it, do it, do it.
He's considering turning back. He's thinking of letting the
What's
game.
Cloud do?
I'll tell you what. What we can do is we'll try at least 2 more times, and if we don't, we'll just, you know, continue the rest of the story, maybe grind for a bit, and then maybe come back.
So we can watch you die again.
Well, actually, funnily enough, this Sephiroth I don't think is as hard as the original.
Well, I'm already landing hits on him, which is more than I could do quickly last time.
Not only that. In this one, the original one, your skill was kind of necessary to beating Sephiroth. In this one, having a higher level kind of makes it a lot more easier than it has any right to be.
Yeah. Although I am considering the prospect that Sephiroth hasn't even done that meteor ability yet.
He hasn't even gone into his Heartless Angel phase yet.
Alright, that was one.
My back. The drive does nothing.
Show me your strength.
Yeah, we need to make that into a meme.
That's enough.
Ah, the drive, my back.
The drive does nothing. Get to the chopper.
Steal my lines. If you want to live, stop stealing my lines.
I just realized you insulted me. Now you will die. The film is just me standing in front of a brick wall. It cost $80 million. How do you sleep at night?
It is obvious that this contest cannot be decided by our skills with the blade, but by our OP as shit attacks.
And the worst part is you never truly defeat him anyway.
I know, that's just a bit of an ironic joke. He goes through all this trouble and he doesn't even die.
Well, no, it's like you can't. You can't. It's such a cloud. It's like it's.
I guess that's what you get when you take a fight with someone with a broken healing factor.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I watched the Death Battle thing, the recent one where they actually acknowledged the shit they forgot about the Knuckles Donkey Kong fight. The whole Knuckles being God thing.
The Death Battle episode, yeah, I watched that.
Where they actually did, where they actually did the research they forgot to put in last time.
Yeah,
although I did laugh at the whole thing she said about Penda's writing, where basically she doesn't want to cover it at all because it's a massive mess within itself. But then
maybe they didn't think it was necessary because it was so horribly retconned.
Well, you say that, but the video game one actually follows the video game Knuckles actually follows the same thing. Video game Knuckles still uses Chaos Knuckles. Yeah. Though I did like the whole thing about how Julie, Sue and Knuckles are basically 14th cousins or something. Damn it, Knuckles!
Don't walk into the fire. It burns because it's hot.
No, not into the pit. It burns.
So I did like how she said she wanted to literally melt her eyes out with bleach after most of Penda's work.
This is not Gotham by gaslight. Do not walk backwards into the fire.
Heartless angel.
Well, I did better than normal that time.
I told you, Ollie. I warned you. I warned you. All the Dark Lord is here. Quiet, you.
Alright, let's kick Xandus' ass and then go train.
The Great War.
War.
Mom, get up the dang roof.
I believe the tally was at 5 there.
Sorry?
The tally, number of times you've died.
We're not doing a death tally.
I am. You can do whatever you like.
Well, if this was DSP gaming, then yeah, we'd have a counter in the hundreds, probably. Watching him play Dark Souls is fucking hilarious.
Don't worry though, I'm not going to do an Ollie own count. I'm not that malicious. Well, I am that malicious, but I'm slightly more original.
Okay, Ollie.
Haha!
Alright, let's kick his ass.
Okay.
Let's end this.
Don't you mean begin this? Because you've just started it. Just don't forget to do your Wallace from Wallace and Gromit impressions. Because if you're losing, it'll be hilarious. At least I think it will.
Everything's under
Get
control.
ready, Xandus. It all ends here.
Don't worry, lad. I'll get the bounder.
So, it seems your hearts have led you to obliteration. Perhaps it doesn't pay to be too loyal to one's heart. I will have to be sure and remember that.
It's not Phil. It's not Billy Zane.
No!
He just chucked a building
We
at
can take
us.
him on our own.
Now that's real estate demolition.
I just sliced through a bunch of buildings.
Let's go.
Did anyone get the number of that building?
Ha. Yeah.
Oh my god, that building had people in it! Ollie, how could you?
Oh my god, he destroyed all our cargo! And the cargo was people!
Yeah. Quick question, Sora. Where is all these buildings, oh people crap when I need it?
Yeah, very good point.
Building throw power! Activate!
Quick, kill the alarm clock, Heartless.
Oh, you've got a Death Star super laser you're currently looking down.
Looks like it. Yep.
Oh, I was right. Stranger things have happened.
What am I supposed to be doing?
Surviving, I would imagine.
Yeah, you just gotta keep killing killing nobodies until that whole, you know, till it, I think every time you kill one, they go into like they cause damage to it or something.
Yeah.
Commence primary ignition.
Oh, they're engines. It's they're engines. Oh, well, no, they got. It's a simulator. Just with those two of them, the way they were arranged made it look like engines.
Maybe they were engines, maybe you're in a propulsion system of sorts.
Perhaps. Let's get out of here.
Oh, they ran out of buildings.
Attack the immobile cylinder that shivers. Well, when I first played this level, I got the immediate impression that everything around me was in its own way alive.
Yeah.
That belief made killing it even more enjoyable. Die, land around me!
You fools. This isn't even my final form. Don't make me assume my final form, bitch. I will not be.
It's like an old suit I never get a chance to wear, except every time I do, someone dies.
Actually, you know what? The Valaform will be enough for you. Or it won't.
What the hell is that anyway? What are you
That is
fighting
King.
like?
That is King Don.
Is it?
I have a royal decree. You are all a bunch of fucking idiots. Wait, how did you? I made you present preservatives. I'm essentially immortal.
Ollie, how did you turn into the Heartless thing again?
It's a random thing. Sometimes he'll accept. Sometimes it'll accept him, you know, doing the form he wants to do, but then other times it won't.
Behold my sword of damn, please.
Or you might want to heal.
I would, yes. The boss that used all the abilities of Organization 13 members, I thought this was a neat boss. And his basic attack being, I just swipe you with my sword.
Maybe we're hitting him while he's on the crapper.
He's like, can you please get out?
Can a motherfucker just drop a deuce?
Hey, get out! I'm in here!
There's zombies outside, what do? We're going to the liquor store. Why? The only way we're gonna get through this is drunk.
I need.
Dad, you killed the zombie Flanders. It was a
He
zombie?
was a zombie?
Xemnas, there's more to a heart than just anger or hate. It's full of all kinds of feelings. Don't you remember?
Breaker of hearts. Farts? Hearts.
Unfortunately, I don't.
Of course he doesn't remember. As far as I can tell, none of the Organization 13 members are able to make sense out of things.
You all did
He
great.
doesn't remember being Leonard Nimoy.
Last time, I am not Spock. I
You're
am
coming back with
Leonard
us,
Nimoy, the
I had
actor.
given in to the darkness.
Riku!
To be or not to be.
How
or
am I
not
gonna
to
face
be.
everyone?
That is a
Like
logical
this?
step. Sorry, I was somewhere else.
Hurry!
I'll open a path.
Riku, puberty hit you pretty fast.
Sora.
You don't belong in the Dark Realm anymore, Riku.
How do we get out of here, Your Majesty?
You know, his voice actor said that this was the best role he's ever played.
Is his
Well, it's
voice
the one that
actor
gained it.
particularly?
I see
I mean,
this world they're in.
a lot
I
of
do have to
roles.
ask the question,
I'm not
how did
sure.
they leave?
But we better
He's
hurry and get through.
been in a few things, but this is the one that gained him the biggest fan base.
Ghost.
Come on!
Thank you. Nominate. Sure.
Yeah, that's right. Run, you cowards.
We meet again, like we
Like
promised.
I expected you to have the gumption to finish all
You said
this.
we'd meet again.
I hope
But
they
when we
explain
did-
Nominee.
We might not recognize each other,
I did, didn't I?
but I knew you.
It's strange.
I think I understand. I see myself the way you remember me. And you see yourself the way I remember you.
I always thought nobodies were doomed to fade back into darkness.
Yeah. But you and I didn't. We got to meet our original selves.
So, we can be together again.
Right. Anytime Sora and Kairi are together.
Well, that basically
We'll be together
confirms
every
that she's
day.
Kyrie's
Right,
nobody.
Sora?
Yeah.
Did anybody not figure that out?
Yeah, except that, you know, she's not.
But she clearly is, though.
No, she isn't. That's what I thought as well, but apparently she isn't anything to do with Kyrie.
One sec.
Look sharp.
Yeah. Sam, never underestimate the human capacity to be wrong about
Don't
everything
worry.
they put their mind
You're
to.
all still you.
Look, all I know is I thought she was his nobody as well,
Hey,
her nobody
let's
as
go
well,
home.
but from what I've been told,
Riku,
she isn't her
come on.
nobody.
Yeah.
She's something created by Ansem for something or other.
Sora! Riku!
What?
How are they leaving? Do they just come back the way they came?
You didn't think it was gonna be that easy, did you?
For a second there, yeah, kinda did.
Oh, you were wrong. Just as you are wrong about everything.
Is that Stardust Dragon?
Wow.
If you say
So,
so.
they're putting up a Valentine's Day thing for the Love Knows No Bounds in WWE, but they've got one picture wrong. They've got
Wow.
Perry Saturn with Terry Runnels, and they haven't got him with the mop.
Riku!
Everyone knows Perry Saturn and Moppy were good together
Yeah.
until Raven killed it by putting it in a wood chipper and imitating the screams. Also, Braun Strowman and Alexa Bliss. Oh my god, I ship that.
Yeah.
It works too well. Have you seen their mixed tag stuff? Whereas
I
teaching her
haven't
how
seen
to
the
flip
matches.
cars. He's
I
like trying
just-
to, and she gets him like a t-shirt and everything, and he gets her a t-shirt, and his t-shirt is obviously too damn big, and she gets him one and it's too damn small, and he's like, "We're gonna have to go to the drawing board here."
This is making me think of the final battle from the first Avengers movie.
If I had to ship anyone, it would be.
No, I did also like Braun Strowman claiming that his sweat would suddenly make Alexa Bliss 30% strong. I've sweated in that shirt. That should make you 30% strong.
I just said you're rattling your keys.
If I had to ship anyone, it would be Finn Balor and Bailey.
An interesting couple. I can actually see that.
No, yeah.
You should see-
There was that time when they imitated each other's entrances, wasn't there?
Yeah, they gave
I
each other like really suggestive hugs.
I suppose it
Well,
could
that's
work.
I got the immediate impression that the king aboard that dragon was trying to turn Riku against Sora.
Well, just remember that I think Charlotte Flair at one point was dating Bram.
Oh.
I think Mickey James is dating Magnus at this point. Though I'm glad Vince is losing control of WWE at this point. It's very good.
So who's going to get control?
Well, he's given 205 Live over to Triple H.
Well, that's good.
Now
Which will probably
205
explain why,
Live might
which is why we've probably got Rockstar Spud as the GM. And yes, I have seen the joke of Rockstar Spud and Daniel Bryan on the stage and goes, "What's Daniel Bryan doing in the Impact?" Wait a minute. Rockstar Spud. Though I don't understand why Booker T suddenly wants to kill Corey Graves, but I'll live with it.
I'm sure he doesn't really.
No, apparently there is legitimate heat between the two of them, and that's why Booker T's been moved. Apparently Booker T absolutely fucking hates the guy. So they've moved it. That's why they've moved Booker T to 205 Live to get him away from Corey.
I thought it was some. So 205 Live is being run by Triple H and called by Booker T.
Yes.
This shit I've got to see.
I think it's because Corey Graves said some shit about Booker T.
It wouldn't be the first time. I think there's been comments here and there because Booker T's commentary is legendarily bad.
I find it interesting on how you three can talk about two things which, above all else, I find least interesting. WWE and Valentine's Day.
I want to talk about Valentine's Day.
Come on, it's only got one wing. You've already got your ass kicked by one thing with one wing.
All the more reason to get his ass kicked by another. If he destroys this last wing, how's the thing gonna stay flying?
Ollie Mega Laser!
I wonder how many people played this part of the game and found themselves saying, I'm a firing laser!
Honestly, I find this boss fight to be unique for, considering the rest of the game.
Just be glad it's over, Sam. If you didn't
it's not over. It's never over.
Well, that part of it is.
Oh, yeah, but you know this is a JRPG game. You know there's phases.
Of course I do.
Yes, I've seen the video where it's like, oh, you will never defeat me unless you know that one arbitrary attack that you learned at one point that would never be useful in any other fight except this one. Boom. No. Lol. That's only my third form.
Is it still flying or is it falling?
I don't know. I don't think gravity matters here.
Clearly.
It's all about dramatic effect.
Hey, Riku? Yeah? I wanted to thank Naminé, but...
Thank God we jumped off inches before that thing got sucked into a black hole!
Not until everything was back to the
How
way
convenient!
it was.
Don't worry. We'll make that happen. Once this is over, you can thank her all you want.
Yeah!
Yes, let's talk while the guy who's got a big enough sword to slice all your heads off just sits there. I think you may have been right, Sam. Maybe he actually is on the toilet.
Look,
why he didn't
I
attack.
had Chinese food last night. And Mexican. Waiting for you fuckers, but you just had to go grind.
And you choose how to attack me.
What?
Just the whole jumping too high. It's like you're about to do like a flip in the air and then land one blow. All that effect for one fucking blow.
Like Jeff Hardy.
Yeah. Willow. I still love the fact that we are getting the broken universe.
Is eternal.
Yes.
Yeah. Flying
Senor Benjamin.
transform.
Senor Benjamin.
Go! Building attack!
It's the Crimson Permanent Assurance.
On the high seas of international finance.
Go and watch it.
Flying solar ball.
going to say this once. Get off my chair!
Let me take a fucking shit! Why won't you let me poop? Why?
Come on, I'm dropping.
You know this means, Ollie?
Here.
Ollie, you are now Scott Steiner. I'm a shit in your house!
Oh my god! Ah!
How many people have you mass murdered with all the buildings you've destroyed so far?
I'm gonna check your house. I'm gonna go for you to do my life. We have a big bad deal again.
Just to get a person off their toilet.
Well, we had Scott Steiner and Scott Steiner chat in our last stream yesterday with the whole Gaston versus Scott Steiner thing, which I still think would be hilarious. I still can't stop laughing about the whole asking Mickey Mouse to remove the porn to allow access to porn channels.
Yeah, Jack Whitehall's new gig on Netflix. He said that was the exact moment his childhood died, when he had to call down to the front desk and Mickey Mouse answered the phone.
I will not allow it.
Or having an argument with Simba about the itinerary of your dinner bill.
Yeah.
Bring me someone superior.
Fetch me Mufasa.
Then surely
You should have asked for Timon and Pumbaa.
So here we are at last. Why did he change his outfit?
Light and darkness are eternal.
Is it black or
Nothing
white, or
probably
is it
goes on
white or
forever,
black?
too.
Good question.
Guess what, Xemnas? That doesn't mean
That's
you're
not
eternal.
funny, Michael. Black or white, or rich or poor, we'll cut prices at a straw.
Oh god, I so wanted to drown Delboy in a boiling bath.
Why? Why not Rodney?
If I had a brother like him, I would have murdered him a long time ago.
Give me 1 moment while I go kill him. I don't think he would have, sir. The number of times Rodney said he was going to kill Delboy and never
I know
did.
Rodney could have killed the guy and made curtains out of him, and I wouldn't have questioned it. He would have seemed completely justified to me with everything Del did to him.
Right, Del, you're on a drunken stupor. I don't think I'm ever going to get another opportunity to just come into your bedroom and just asphyxiate you with a pillow. It's a kindness for all of us here.
Well, it's the thing, like remember when Rodney got his redundancy package thing or something from his job, and what did Del do? Del basically stole it, signed for it in his place, and then spent it without telling Rodney.
And there was that time where Rodney met that crazy woman who accused him of rape, and then Delboy knew who she was, but wouldn't tell Rodney that not to worry about it.
Yeah,
I still remember when Rodney signed up for another job and Del was the one on the other side of the phone. Hello? I'm the managing director, yes, how do you do? My name is Ivor Hardy.
And the only thing I liked about it was that dystopian future where Damien is basically the devil.
Yes, that was the episode.
No, I can just imagine Jack having a family, and then him being like, what, Grandad, what was it's just like wired into a thing going, you're in the wall, you're in the wall, you're in the wall.
I don't think I'd be Uncle Albert, Sam.
I do.
I thought Damien made strikes illegal. Yes, the police were shooting them as I left.
I was hoping Uncle Albert would have killed Del. For calling him an old git all the time.
At least I lived to be an old git. You won't live to see your twilight years.
Ollie, get back up!
Oh, God. And what about what he did to Denzel, to the extent where Denzel kept avoiding him and had a nervous breakdown almost because, you know, he kept hearing Del's voice and he was there, he just didn't think he was.
No, I did this. I was running up towards them and I didn't know if I was actually getting anywhere.
Alright, Del boy!
Boise.
Marlene!
Oh.
How'd you bump your head and you bump into a mind your head sign? Can you see it? Of course I could see it. Back in those days I couldn't read.
I actually met the woman who played Marlene.
Oh, what's she like?
She's very nice.
Oh, good.
I even met his wife as well, his real life wife.
Ah, wonderful.
Never got to meet him though, but I did see him on stage. Apparently he's very nice.
You know what British comedy was underrated? The young ones.
Oh yeah.
I might have thought the Vicar of Dibley.
No, Vicar of Dibley got the respect it deserved. In that it was a good show. It's just the young ones was very underappreciated and honestly got, you know, completely buried when it came to Bottom.
Well, Bottom was far superior.
Oh yeah, I'm not denying it, but you can't deny that it was actually still pretty damn good. Yeah, the young ones were still pretty damn funny, even if Mike was the least likable thing in it.
Ollie, are you familiar with paintball? Just remove the T.
I don't get it.
Now I get it.
This bit I found was very impressive.
Ready? Well, Ollie will probably do. I'll just go with
What a amazing power! I never thought we'd survive!
It depends whether you're a Fist of the North Star fan or a JoJo's Bizarre Adventure fan, what you go with. Personally, I go with Ura.
A lot of Dragon Ball Z noises. That's Fist of the North Star.
Oh,
no,
yeah.
Fist of the North Star is like...
That's not Dragon Ball Z, that's Cassus. Well, the Japanese Dragon Ball Z anyway. The English dub would be more like...
Daka.
Why won't you die?
Or in me and Ollie's case when we were younger.
We did it!
Baka.
I wouldn't be too sure of that.
That was before you knew what it was.
Well, I just put it as a sound effect, yeah. Of course, the Durka stands.
Of course, it's never over.
I told you, it's not over.
I can't. Don't say another word. It's not over. It's just not.
Oh, Riku. Oh wait, no, never mind.
How can you
and
say
now
that?
we hunt for tomorrow.
Even if we could go on.
We hunt.
Look where we are. Aw, come on, Riku.
Play
You've been
the
hanging out
Attack
in
on
darkness
Titan
too long.
theme.
You gotta try.
Oh
and
yeah,
think
there's another
positive.
Attack on Titan game coming to the PS4.
I haven't played the first one yet. I've had it for the longest time. It's right there.
Got it.
You're looking at it right now. You're able to communicate with it with eye waggles.
You know,
Damn it,
I
Sora,
always
stop
figured I was
thinking
better at stuff
positive.
than you. Really? Are you mad? No. I kinda always thought you were better at everything, too. Riku, look. What's that light?
Just go on without me. Just go. A good soldier never leaves a man behind.
End of the road. Yep.
Yeah?
I'm dead. Do we know when to remind you?
Put me down.
I haven't forgotten
I can
that.
walk.
I'm just watching this.
You're just doing something. That's all. You're just doing something.
You know, maybe the darkness has gotten to me too.
It'd be amusing right now if Riku just fell faint and just fell to the floor.
You know, this is ridiculous. They're literally in the same area that Ak was apparently meant to be
This world is
waiting.
perfect for me. If this is what
Oh,
the
he
world
did. What do you
really
know?
is, just this, then maybe I should fade back into darkness. Riku.
Oh, he was just kissing the floor.
If the world is made of light and darkness,
Riku always thought he was better. I wonder who would have won if they had that battle of wits from the Princess Bride.
yeah.
Well,
The other
I don't
side.
think either of them are smart enough to think
The
of
realm of
the...
light is safe now. Kyrie, the king, and the others are there.
I would
That's what I
imagine
mean.
Riku's probably savvy enough.
Hey, Sora.
Yeah, but you would have to spend
Could you help me?
years
I
preparing
want to get
for
down
it,
to the
though.
water.
Yeah. Well, I would imagine Riku's probably savvy enough to realise that they're both poisoned, so I'm not going to drink any of them.
Yeah, instead I'm just going to kill you.
With this gun that I happen to keep on my person.
I had a pistol hidden in my moustache.
Or he could have just
What I
sniffed
said
it
back
before it
there.
was put into the drink.
About thinking I was
Why are you
better at
drinking
stuff than you?
Rohypnol, Jen?
To tell you the truth, Sora, I was jealous of you.
You're trying to poison me with Rohypnol.
I wished I could live life the way you
Rohypnol.
You know, performing in
following
Murder
my
Mysteries has made me wonder about the possibility of murder
Yeah, well, I've got my share of problems,
murdering
too.
someone by freezing
what?
iocane powder and putting the
Like
ice in
wanting to be
someone's
like
drink.
you.
Because the ice melts, the powder dissolves, and a person doesn't know they've been
There is
poisoned.
one advantage to being me. Something you can never imitate. Really? What's that? Having you for a friend. Then I guess I'm okay the way I am. I've got something you could never imitate too.
You're a good friend, Sora, but I'm still better than you in every conceivable way. I know.
And I have more fangirls. I think I wet myself.
Yet for sitting too close to the tide.
Sora? I think it's for you. Thinking of you wherever you are. We pray for our sorrows to end.
It's a letter from Kyrie. It's telling you that she's found love with someone else while you've been
Now I
gone.
will step forward to realize this wish.
With Waka.
And who knows?
Oh, good lord.
Starting a new journey may not be so hard.
Damn you,
Or maybe it's
Waka.
already begun.
You racist stereotype waiting to happen.
They share the same sky.
Yeah.
One sky. One destiny.
I don't know what her hair colour is now.
The door to light.
I'm sure it's somewhere on the Durex chart.
Yeah.
Cucked by Waka.
Cocked by Kratos.
Ah, the light! It burns! Oh my god, we're in the ocean! We're gonna die!
Oh my god. You realise hitting the water at that velocity probably would have killed them.
Yes.
Don't raise our hopes.
Like, unless they were
So-
very hitting the water from that height, unless they were diving completely perfectly.
will
I
remind
haven't-
you again. If we do birth by sleep, it's got, in order for the story to make any kind of progressive sense, it's got to be done in a particular order.
Yeah. I haven't actually played Dream Drop Distance.
Oh God, Ian, do you want to warn him or shall I?
You go right ahead.
Okay. The game relies on you actually knowing what the fuck the world ends with you is. It's got a whole Pokemon-esque thing going on, and basically you have a sleep meter where when it goes empty, Sora falls asleep, and then you switch to Riku, and you've got to play both sides of the scenario.
Right. That sounds annoying. Let's get it out of the way.
Oh, bad news.
What?
In the new recent trailer for Kingdom Hearts 3, the creatures from Dream Drop's Distance comes back.
Oh, son of a bitch.
But on good news, they've announced a new world.
The Monsters Inc. world.
Yep.
I know. I've seen the monster version of Sora, and already I'm sure DeviantArt is hard at work making furry porn.
Yeah.
Look, if they weren't already when he was a lion, it's
Oh fuck! There's Winnie the Pooh. Oh yeah, we got Winnie the Pooh's thing out of the way, so you know that was all done. To be honest, we spent you missed out on me and Ollie basically dissecting Pooh and going, "Oh my god, he's a selfish bastard."
Hello, Piglet.
I did quite like these clips here. Gave me the,
I do as well, but
what...
haven't they already done in the last game? Correct me if I'm wrong, but in the last one in the credits, didn't the Beast already turn back into a human at the end?
I don't know.
Apparently he changed back. He has now.
Yeah, and then he just changed back.
Gaston isn't, and Gaston hasn't even been in it.
Plot convenience, Sam. Plot convenience.
I know plot convenience, but there's only so many times plot convenience can be acceptable.
That's not plot convenience, that's a plot hole.
See, look, he's turned back into a human. Which means that now she's not going to be interested in him because she fell in love with him for his furriness. And now she's going to sit there hanging out with Jane from Tarzan and being jealous of her hanging out with a guy who was essentially a hairless ape.
Where's Auron gone? Did he just go back to the underworld?
Yeah.
Far plane, whatever.
At the end of Final Fantasy X, he sort of, he was dead from the start of it, but at the end he sort of passed on, if that makes sense.
Yeah, he kind of already accepted his death at this point.
Yeah. In Final Fantasy X, when you die, you have to be sent to the far plane, which is essentially the afterlife. And he never was. But his will was too strong for him to turn into a monster, which is what normally happens. So he was basically a walking spirit.
That apparently healing spells didn't hurt. I want to make that a point as well, because that's a Final Fantasy thing.
Yeah.
Healing kills zombies.
One relating to Roxas's friends is the one I rather like the most. And I did quite like the Tron one as well.
Yeah.
Zigbar, James Patrick Stewart.
Not to be confused with Patrick Stewart.
Crispin Freeman. Benoit.
The Birmingham comic convention in Birmingham, I think, that's occurring this year. I think the actor who played Yondu and Kraglin are going to be there.
Mike
Shadix.
Yes, them.
Glenn Shadix.
Oh, I was wrong.
About?
Rob Paulson didn't do the voice of Eric.
So we've been making Antoine jokes all this time? For no reason?
Yeah.
Sacre
Oh,
We're still going to do the We're still going to do the Disney special thing, aren't we? Where they're just doing.
Well, yeah, because he did do the voice of him in The Little Mermaid 2.
Okay, we
Didn't
can
Ariel
accept
stay
that.
in the ocean in this game?
No.
Okay. Oh look, it's Kiara. I'm a few minutes behind, I know.
I can show
You're not that far
you the-
behind.
Maybe
Maybe 20, 30
Yeah.
seconds.
I can destroy the world. Complete annihilation. Killing all from each nation, I will cleanse the world in fire.
Hey, Taurus Strongest stole Sid's ice cream.
Bitch! Thieving Albed cow.
Oh well, that ice cream's probably not very good anyway.
It's sea salt,
I
of course it
don't
isn't.
want your stinking sea salt ice cream.
It's a
I
shame
would
really
rather
because
have caramel cod.
It's just so Yuffie's ice cream, bitch. The thief stole from a thief.
Huh.
And one's a fucking ninja. How is that acceptable?
Huh.
It surprised me you didn't make that noise when you were fighting Final Fantasy characters in the tournament thing.
I think he will when he faces Sephiroth.
Now you're dead, cause we killed you, we took you by surprise. We just saw you roaming the forest and thought, let's kill those guys.
The only parody song I can think of was that one I made of the Simpsons Garbage Man Can song about this guy who I didn't like at school. Who can take your grades out? Stomp him down for you. Shake him
But
by
that
the
was-
throat and do the twisty thing.
That was already a parody song.
I know, I didn't realise it at the time. I wasn't entirely familiar with the Candyman. Till I saw it on Malcolm in the Middle.
Candyman 2, farewell to the flesh.
Candyman.
No, don't say his name, you'll make him real.
But he is real. I follow him on Instagram.
Oh, great.
No, you
Does he
only
sit?
think you do.
Nope. Nothing will.
The only one of those I like is the one from Doctor Who.
What a small world.
But
And not
part
by
of
that
one that's
much, I might add.
bigger.
Yeah.
Hey Riku. What
Do
you
not
think
talk
it
about
was?
small
The door
worlds.
to the light.
It was that got you into this trouble in the first place.
This.
Oh, don't you think the
This?
trouble was going to happen anyway?
Yeah.
I suppose it was
closer
going to
than you
happen
think.
anyway, but, you know.
It's a small
I mean, if
world.
Riku hadn't...
No, anything but that.
Hey, what's up?
I have a lovely bunch of coconuts. Diddly diddly, there they are, standing in a row. Bom, 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 bom. Big one, small one, some as big as your head. Oh, I never had to do this for Mufasa.
What did you say?
Oh, nothing.
I liked how he reacted to the hyenas saying that. Good. Now, get out. Oh, but we're still hungry. Out! You know, Riku talking about small worlds, if he'd have just stayed on that island, do you think Sora would have ever become the Keyblader?
He would have, yeah. Again, the only reason he was able to wield a Keyblade was because he's got Ventus's heart in him. And since Ventus was already a Keyblade wielder, that's what allowed him to wield one of the Keyblades in the first place. Riku was given the mark by Terra, so he would eventually become a Keyblade Master. And Aqua was going to give Sora or Riku the ability to wield a Keyblade, but couldn't because she saw that Riku already had it and didn't want to give.
As well?
What?
What I'm seeing here.
No, this is all this stuff. Oh yeah, this is the prelude to Birth by Sleep. See, that's Terra right there. That's Terra right there in the horned helmet. Basically, this is just showing you the ending to. See, there's Aqua in the whole Power Ranger outfit thing. Because the problem with the problem is that the series made out that there was like only one Keyblade wielder, and it turns out there's fuckloads. And there was once an actual academy for training them. And Aqua was the only one of the three who actually is considered a Keyblade Master. Terra failed because he couldn't control the darkness in his heart, and Ventus hadn't taken the test yet.
How many bosses are there left?
The only ones left are Lingering Will and Sephiroth. But I don't think Ollie's going to be facing, you know, him. Well, there we go.
And you didn't even use Chicken Little.
So,
no.
Well, considering that we're when did he meet Chicken Little exactly?
He's a summon.
Yeah, but when? What?
He's the first summon you get.
Ollie uses Valor.
Oh, you can watch the cutscenes if you want to. That's refreshing.
Yeah.
You can, but why would you want to?
It's funny because they actually got Zach Braff to come back as Chicken Little for this game.
Wow. So now, Ollie, we can load the game and go into our, whole. Oh yeah, basically the two that you're missing, I think, is the scene with Sephiroth and the secret scene at the end that apparently you get where you're on Proud mode.
So Lingering Will can only be faced on Proud mode.
No, you can fight Lingering Will. You've got to go to Disney Castle and fight him.
Well, here's the thing.
But the problem
I beat Sephiroth when I last owned the game. I couldn't beat Lingering Will.
Well, considering that you didn't beat Sephiroth this time, maybe you'll beat Lingering Will this time.
Lingering Will's even harder than Sephiroth.
Well, considering that we're only past the hour mark, I think we could probably afford to go kill some more bosses.
Hold still and let me kill you!
He is holding still. You're the one who's not moving into range.
Yeah, so that scene that we just saw was only, I think it was only in the final mix version anyway, so yay. But it was just there to promote Birth by Sleep, and honestly I feel it gives away a bit too much.
Who would win between Sephiroth and the Lingering Will?
It's hard to say because Sephiroth, according to what Kingdom Hearts lore claims, cannot be defeated by anyone but Cloud because he's created solely for the purpose of fighting Cloud. So only Cloud can vanquish him because as long as Cloud contains darkness in his heart, Sephiroth will always come back.
So Sephiroth in this game is basically a Heartless.
That's one way of actually thinking about it, I think. But
Joe, shall I show you my Ah, that's where Lingering Will is. But should I tell you my training exploit?
If
The
you
thing that
want.
would allow me to get to level 99 very quickly. Where
Do
I
it,
so
do it,
inclined.
Do it, you're going to need every bit of help you can get.
As long as it doesn't take too long.
Well, I'll just show you the principle of it. You basically go here.
You do this, you do that, and then you're done.
You go right up to the peak of Pride Rock. And, well, there's only one now, but if you keep going in and out again, eventually... Oh, there will be loads of them. And you can just use the Mega spell to kill a load of them at once.
That makes sense.
And then once that's done...
You can take the south. Bless you.
Thank you.
Who is Lingering Will supposed to be?
Terra.
We've already said that, Ian.
Basically, he's what's left. Terra is technically at the moment under the control of Xehanort, or at least one of the many forms of Xehanort. But I think Lingering Will is just meant to be the last one, because he wasn't technically a Keyblade Master, because he failed at one vital thing, according to the opening scene. Because originally to become a key, you could wield a Keyblade, but to be considered a Master, you had to pass a Mark of Mastery exam, which they tend to change their opinion on how it works, because in Birth by Sleep, the examination is that two Keyblade wielders would battle, and then a Master would actually watch them and determine whether or not they were ready to become Masters, whereas in Dream Drop Distance, they've got to go open the sleeping worlds. But the only two in Birth by Sleep who got to do it were Terra and Aqua was the only one who was allowed to do it because she didn't give in to any of the darkness in her, whereas Terra actually did. So he kind of failed. He also got manipulated by Maleficent. He also got manipulated by Maleficent.
And there they are again. And that is how I reached level 99 with very little effort. The first time I opened the game.
It's just like when I was playing, it's just like that thing I realised with Metal Gear Solid 4.
Yeah.
Get the Patriot, which has infinite ammo, then shoot a load of those hand things in the end before you get to the microwave.
Also wait till a Sunday, and when the sales are down.
I found myself saying, "Begun by Patriot undone."
From Hell's Heart I stab at thee.
Probably not the funniest Metal Gear Solid line I came up with. I think the funniest one was when I looked into my freezer to see just how many pizzas I got, and I found myself saying, 6 pizzas. More than enough to kill anything that moves.
So yeah, that's all Lingering Will is. He was a boss that was only in the final mix version. And basically, that Horns guy in the cutscene in the ending, it's basically just him. But he's very, very, very strong, although I have seen people defeat him using the anti-form, oddly enough. Because he works by a sequence, but he's very, very OP.
Who are we gonna kill now then?
I think Sephiroth's his aim, because I don't think when it comes to Lingering Will, I don't think that's going to be on Ollie's itinerary, or at least not a successful battle.
Well, we got time.
Well, if Ollie wants to risk himself fighting literally an overpowered super boss, I say go ahead, but don't be surprised when they stick a sword so far down your throat that they can stick their hand up your ass and use you as the actual sword.
I will go to the, I didn't actually save, but oh well. Oh, will you look at that?
Doesn't look very terrible. It just looks like a hole in reality. There can't be any danger to that. I mean, there was that black hole in that Simpsons Trails of Horror, but that's fiction. A black hole that started off small, and then Lisa warned them not to put anything in it, so naturally Bart disposed of his homework in it.
I will go and fight Lingering Will just to show you how OP it is.
Yeah, please do. It should also be a point that in Birth by Sleep there are no Heartless.
Maybe that's just as well.
They're these other things. They're not, but they're not Heartless. Funnily enough, because in the Birth by Sleep 0.8 thing, when Aqua actually sees Heartless, she has no idea what to make of them. Though she is powerful enough to take on one or two of them. Well, she's powerful enough to actually defeat them pretty easy, but, you know, you start the game at, like, level 30 odd.
Surprised there's no vocal audio in this bit.
Well, he has no mouth.
He has no mouth, and plus, he is actually Terra.
A suit of armor.
Yeah, well, he's literally what's left. He's what's left of Terra's will, because Terra's no longer Terra. See, Aqua. Then,
how's he talking then? Is he telepathic?
Again, it's just the will. That's all it is. It's literally all that's left of Terra after the incident. Now he's referencing, you know, the soul within him.
I do like his armor.
Oh yeah, Organization 13 are looking for. Organization 13 are looking for Ventus, but only one person knows where he is, and they can't get to him.
Careful, Ollie, you might turn into roadkill! That was some hit.
Yeah, the thing is, you can deflect his cannon blast back with a very well placed, you know, defense.
Not like that, you can't. I don't think.
Well, Ollie did warn you that he's very. He did warn you that he's very powerful.
I did warn you not to become roadkill, Ollie, and then what do? You end up as roadkill. He hits you with his vehicle.
Right.
Well, at least you get to activate a save point. And you just missed it, I think.
Right, I'll tell you what I'm
Oh, you're giving up?
Against that one? Yeah. First thing I'm gonna do, though... Oh, kill some nobodies in the final form.
Isn't there a chamber which lets you take on all the organisation members?
Oh yeah, I don't... You have to level up your drive forms to get there, though.
Let's go!
This is the final form. Oh yeah, you've seen it.
Yeah. Sort of reminds me of Star Wars Force Unleashed 2. I really wish they finished that. I really wish they'd finished that.
Yeah. The Force Unleashed 2 was tragically unfinished on release.
Yeah, unfinished games seem to be a common thing these days.
Yeah, it's sad that.
It is.
Whilst I was thinking of that Star Trek versus Star Wars idea, I had also came up with the idea of coming up with animated versions of the Star Wars audio books. And naturally I thought about coming up with an ending for Force Unleashed.
The reason I heal unnecessarily is to put myself in MP charge mode, which also charges my drive meter quicker.
What level are you now?
67. But I'm more interested at the moment in leveling up the drive form.
Are you being attacked by a sword?
Oh, 69. Just increase.
Excellent. Goofy is shield surfing. Shields up, man.
Huh.
I wonder if Max would ever appear.
Max?
Goofy's son.
I doubt the captain of the guard would probably allow it.
Because I know that there's lots of fan art of Max wielding a keyblade.
As long as that's the only fan art, I'm not complaining.
Ah, damn it.
Oh. I just remembered.
Yeah.
Rob Paulson is in Birth by Sleep.
Nice.
He's the voice of... he's in the Cinderella stage.
I'm just gonna check to see how close the drive form is to leveling up again. Next level, 60. Whew. It's gonna take a while. What do you say, guys? Give Sephiroth another couple of Oh, hold on, there's probably another tournament at the Coliseum. Let's go there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe Sephiroth will be fighting in it.
As if. I think the tournaments are beneath him at this point.
They weren't last time.
Yeah, but he was like a single challenger. It wasn't technically a tournament.
Yeah.
And his appearance in the game in that is non-canon.
The Titan Cup. A solo fight using Sora. Sora can use summons alone in this tournament. I've never used summons in my life.
Now's a good time to start.
Nah, I don't need them. I'm almost double. Well, I'm pretty far above the recommended level for this stuff.
How can they be here? This isn't Tron.
Sorry.
Never mind.
This is also good. You can also get some, you know, I think you can also get some L'Oreal company.
Back off! Yeah! Back off!
Yeah, Rod Paulson's definitely in Birth by Sleep.
Nice.
Yeah, because he's in the Cinderella stages as the Duke and the Mouse. And thinking back on it, yes, Antoine would be a perfect fit for the Duke.
Yes. Yes. Ah, babe.
I wonder if they'll ever make it. Nah, stupid idea.
Stop
Oh,
that.
you're gonna have a hard time defeating that thing if it's if you're letting it hit you. That's just a thought.
How many summons have you got?
I don't know.
You don't know, you don't care.
Take one.
Good answer, Ollie. I was hoping you'd say that.
I have a couple now. Let's see. Chicken Little, Genie, Stitch, Peter Pan. Let's give Genie a go.
Let me get something. I've already used 3. Is that a keyblade or a lamp blade?
It's a staff.
Doesn't look like a staff.
He didn't do anything. He just stood there. He did nothing.
You need to make a wish, Ollie. You have to say, Genie, I want you to kill everyone.
But Genie doesn't kill. That's the
Jafar
first rule.
Didn't Jafar order him to in the first game?
But in the film, Genie says rule number 1: I can't kill anybody. Yeah, Genie rules are he can't kill anybody, he can't make anyone fall in love, and he can't bring anyone back from the dead.
That's why we have the T-virus. T-virus.
Hold on. I wasn't anything close to dead. What happened?
You just died. Only you were one-shotted. I don't like the fact that you have to start and do all that all over again. Does that even level up your drive thing?
No.
That's annoying.
Ah, for some reason they had a thing like your point thing went down for some reason.
What's annoying? Very annoying.
They got a 300 point thing. Now it's down to 294. 290.
You know, I've just had an idea.
What?
The four of us go around the world like the Top Gear crew and try and continue to play our video games despite all the arduous circumstances we're going to undertake.
Right.
I mean, can you imagine? Can you imagine playing a video game in the Sahara Desert or something?
How?
I can. I have a Nintendo Switch.
Yeah, until you don't. Oh no, Sam claimed it.
Get your own.
Don't want one.
Why not? They're good.
I've got to spend money on tickets for Comic Con. Give me a break. I want to meet the Hound.
Yeah, I know. Oh, to be rich and not have to worry about making such choices.
Well, if I was rich, I wouldn't have to. I'd probably have the Nintendo Switch.
Yeah. I'm not rich and I do have one, but then I'm not going to Comic Con.
How many times you've been hit?
Yeah, I gathered. Fuck. And you're not allowed to let it drop to 0, I imagine.
If it drops to 0, you fail.
Who knew your health bar was not important anymore?
Yeah.
My suggestion to that, Ollie, is kill them quickly, make sure they can't hit you. Did you get further than the last one?
I think I am further than the last one, yeah.
Well, that's good.
Semi-final. Ow.
And also something which I found hard to believe about Kingdom Hearts is the fact there were aspects about the game that were even tougher than the final boss. I was always under the misinterpretation that the hardest part of any game is the final boss.
You were misled, sir.
Yeah. I think where you went wrong last time around was the fact that you kept on encountering those big things with the massive sword. And here you are again fighting one, and if it hits you as many times as the last one, you're probably screwed. Who the hell's that?
Hercules.
Oh, it's Hercules.
Oh yes, the Hercules movie. One of Disney's hottest messes.
Yeah.
Is that referencing the Lindsay Ellis video?
Yeah.
I've not actually seen it, but I've seen it in my recommended.
She used to like Heidi.
Hercules cares not for keys.
Welcome to our spaceship, mighty Hercules. Ha ha ha. Shit, Ollie, you there?
We did it!
Wake up!
Alright. Okay, what's the last tournament, you skinny git? Right, the Goddess of Fate Cup. Fight alongside your friends. There are no special rules in this tournament. Ah, I can at least level up the
not
Valor form then.
I know it said fight alongside your friends, Ollie, but don't take this the wrong way, but I'm not going to help you with this.
No problem. Valor form! Oh, for God's sake!
It happened again. Mr. Wembley, it happened again!
The Valor form is red, the magic form is blue, the master form is yellow,
and the final form is white.
Yeah, but, you know, Pokemon Go has Team Valor, which is red, Team Mystic, which is blue, and Team Instinct, which is yellow.
No, to be fair, the anti-form actually doesn't seem to be that bad.
Not in this instance, no.
Did you fuse with a symbiote?
I wonder if you'll actually ever get the form at an appropriate time.
I wonder that.
I've seen you change forms when you're not doing something interesting like this.
The only form available to me against Sephiroth is the limit form. And, well... Wait a minute.
As Ian has adequately expressed, my back, the form does nothing.
Do not chase me, I'm full of chocolate.
Just remember to have fun out there, boy. And if you lose, I'll kill you!
That kid has bosoms!
I think the funniest part of that episode was when Lisa said no, buckets of Millhouse tea. Oh! Hey! Where did I go my tea? It's always funny when it happens to Millhouse.
Oh, damn, Ollie, you've got one of those point things again on. And you've only got 24 left, at least on my view. Oh wait, now it's gone, it's okay.
Oh no, where's Millhouse? I'll be right back. Help! Help! The best one is when Jimbo, Dolph and Kearney wrap Millhouse in bumper stickers and put him in a trolley. Alright, the mommy's ready for his mystical journey.
Alright, let's try this again!
What's happening?
Damn it! Well, let's make the best of a bad situation, shall we?
Oh, your power's unreliable. It's like the all-in-one power. You're season 1 Deku.
If it happens a fourth time during these tournaments, Ollie, are you going to actually find yourself saying, "Oh God,
You'll say more than that.
Spirit bomb. Those fire bandits I found terribly tedious.
You mean those fat guys that cough up meatballs?
I thought it was fire, but yes.
party must survive until time runs out.
Survive then.
This is it. It's over.
Heartless cropping up all over the place, and the Olympians have turned them into a tournament icon. I'd say that's making the best of a bad situation.
Gather. Thunder. Gather. This is it.
The magnet spells are actually pretty useful.
Oh yeah.
Alright.
Money.
Dare I try the battle form against Hades?
Do it.
Alright, let's try it. Ah! Oh god damn it!
It's a curse, Ollie!
The power will always fail me when I need it.
Oh, I hate
Ollie,
that.
you've got to make the best for adversity. Come on, Ollie.
Keep this shit out, James Woods.
I'm the best of adversity, you've got to be the best.
How am I supposed to level these things up if I can't bloody use them?
I don't want to make the best, I want the best!
Oh, look, just make, again, Ollie, just make the best of a bad situation.
Not that it matters because I'm beating the crap out of Hades, but...
Yeah, that's the thing. Well, it is random how it behaves. It is quite powerful.
Isn't there something you can do to
You gotta
lower
give
the
it
chance
credit.
of getting that form?
Yes, it is, Hades. It is happening.
About as much chance as meeting an interesting hairdresser named Kylie.
I'd say go to hell, Hades, but you might feel right at home there.
Fatal Crest. Increases strength by 2 during MP charge and enables combos to continue endlessly. The combo finishing move becomes unavailable. That would actually be really good for upgrading the Valor form.
If you can use it.
Or a Calcum Plus. Trophy earned, true hero. Right. We got 15 minutes left until the 2-hour mark. What say you guys?
It's your stream, Ollie.
Yeah, it's your stream. You can piss wherever you want. Ditto.
It's your stream, we're just talking in it.
Yeah, we're just here to keep you company through this, and keeping in mind as well, Ollie, this isn't like when we do this at like 8 o'clock at night. We actually have, you know, we're not kind of stuck in a whole, well, we've got things to do, places to be. It's Sunday, there's nothing to do on a Sunday.
Yeah, we have lives.
What is that? There is a blank trophy case. Right. Guys, I will be back in just a second, and then we will see about this other tournament that may or may not exist. Go.
I'm gonna get some of the room.
Yep, I'm back. I have returned. Just tripped over the control and unplugged the headphones just a second. Huh. There does not seem to be another tournament. Yet there is clearly an empty trophy case. Why is this?
I don't know. Maybe talk to the other one.
I did.
Damn.
Ultimate weapon. Right, what do I need? Just Orichalcum Plus.
Where are we now then?
Right, to get the ultimate weapon, I just need 8 Orichalcum Pluses. So where would I find them?
Well, there was that last tournament you did. Why didn't you ask Darts? Maybe he has some Orichalcum.
Perhaps. Oh, a new episode was added. Alright, let's have a look at this then.
Have you taken a save, Ollie?
No, actually, I probably should.
Yes, you probably should. What would you say is the funniest time Homer had a car crash?
I don't
That
know.
time when you thought it was him, but then it turned out it wasn't. You know, when they're like, "Don't fall asleep at the wheel," I won't follow. Then you see
we
the
don't need to
pink
do
car
that
crash.
much. I'm not tired. I'm not tired at all. Whew, glad that wasn't us.
Well, got him as good as he got me. Oh!
Where?
Go. I still love the one where they're all stuck on the island and they all want to kill Millhouse.
Oh. Das Bus.
Let's cut him open and get our food back. He has
they
the
will
right to a fair
say
trial.
by-
Oh, let's say
Mo.
So rather than risk competing with you, I've decided simply to buy you out. This is it, Marge. I put my heart and soul in this operation and it worked. We're rich, richer than astronauts. Oh, we're quiet. You'll clear the deal. Oh, right. I reluctantly accept your proposal. Well, everyone always does. Buy 'em out, boys! Hey, what's going on? Oh, I didn't get rich by writing a lot of checks.
So, have I got to go somewhere for this new episode?
I don't know.
I think possibly the best crash I've seen on The Simpsons is when he's saying, Simpson, Homer Simpson, he's the greatest guy in history. From the town of Springfield, he's about to hit a chestnut tree. Ah! Dad, you're heading for the ocean. Relax, we're in an electric car. They're all screaming. He's
But what if there's a fire? The fire will wake us up.
I think it was the smoke. I think the smoke will wake us up. This is my everything's okay alarm. This will sound every 5 minutes. Unless something isn't okay. Turn it off. It can't be turned off.
I still love his shotgun thing. I just love how they've turned all the Simpsons things into wrestling memes. Dad, no one likes Roman Reigns. People will like what I tell them to like, sweetie. Homer, you've got that set on Crow Sting. Oh, sorry. Hold on.
I always like the gun references in The Simpsons. Particularly the one with Jasper, where Grandpa tries to steal his teeth. Just turns the light on, holds up a gun.
Where isn't a tooth fairy?
It isn't a tooth fairy.
Has the bubble started yet?
I don't think the best thing in media that they've had old people do is that one episode of South Park where the elderly took over the town.
Didn't they do that in The Simpsons as well?
Not to the degree that they did in South Park, because they actually started trying to take the licenses away from old people. So when the old people started driving and then they got arrested for driving without a license, they had to have like armed old people who then got all the young people and then stuck them in like internment camps.
The Paradox Cup.
Hmm.
Nice name, Paradox Cup.
We've created a time paradox.
It's snowing again.
Yeah, it's snowing here as well.
We only get rain.
Wait, so there's more cups? Travesty!
Just think on the number of tea parties you can have with all those cups.
Limits will consume less MP, but the drive gauge can't be used. Huh.
That's good, he can't turn into that shadowy thing.
Right, Ollie. No!
Well, I would consider it sod's law if this thing let him be able to turn into a drive form, and this would be the occasion it would actually work.
Oh, you know Ollie's luck.
I know my
He'll try and use that
luck's
drive
good,
form, it'll be his most vital. At least there isn't, a completely debilitating thing. Like you activate a drive form and it just kills you.
Am I the only one who thinks that those car things are more intimidating outside of the
black and white world?
Black and white, yeah.
Times really.
I will admit those kind of cars are creepy, but then again, I used to think the Blob was terrifying.
Which Blob?
The original Steve McQueen one.
Oh, that.
Yeah, I used to think that was terrifying, so I thought... No, not the revolting Blob, Ollie. We don't need to talk about your wrestling career.
Well, that's understandable.
I for one would have been interested to see Ollie in a wrestling match with Hornswoggle. I think Ollie would win.
Well, from what I understand, Hornswoggle doesn't exactly do very well in other wrestling matches outside of WWE.
I think I saw him wrestling that child who was cosplaying the Boogeyman once, and Hornswoggle won.
Yeah, but he also wrestled a guy in a bull outfit. The first thing he did when he left WWE was make a rip-off Shinsuke Nakamura shirt, went to an independent show, and then the fans booed him out of the arena, to which they actually picked him up and threw him into the audience, and then the audience crowd surfed him out of the arena. Or, yeah, the whole him being Vince's illegitimate son. Right.
Well, they had to do something with that.
Yeah, I was less impressed by that realization.
Well, they had to do something with that. They were going to make Mr. Kennedy his illegitimate son, but then he got suspended for steroid use, so they had to do something else.
I thought Mr. Kennedy would have been an appropriate version.
Well, from what I understand, Kennedy these days is an absolute fucking mess.
Yeah. For one thing, I hate the fact that he called himself Mr. Anderson in TNA. Anderson, it just doesn't wow me. It's just not interesting.
I like the fact that WWE has basically just bought off, most of the TNA talent that's worth a damn. In fact, the only TNA talent that's still working for TNA that's any good is Rosemary.
Is John Morrison still there?
Yeah, Morrison's still there as Johnny Impact. But EC3 has left, as you saw at NXT TakeOver.
Yeah.
Bobby Lashley's left, and there's been talks he's going to be wrestling Brock Lesnar. Oh, and Brock apparently, once his contract's up, he's going back to UFC.
Well, they had him back after the cheating thing.
I don't know, apparently he's been offered money to do it, so why not? I mean, WWE now has Ronda Rousey, already has like 3 MMA characters now.
Yeah, WWE kind of has a hard-on for MMA lately, don't they?
Yeah, but the thing is, only about 2 of them are actually legit MMA people. Sonya Deville isn't a legit MMA person, from what I understand, I don't think. Ronda Rousey and Shayna Baszler are like the only ones that are. Though I think Shayna Baszler's in one of those positions where she's not very attractive, but WWE staff aren't going to say that to her face.
Yeah.
Because
she will end them.
You saw what she did to Ember Moon.
Yeah.
Me and Liz watched that, and Liz actually had to look away at certain points because of the way she was bending the arms.
I wonder if
speaking of
tournaments,
Johnny Gargano's big. Oh yeah, Johnny Gargano's left NXT, by the way. He might be called up to the main roster, but 205 Live recently had Hideo Itami and Roderick Strong on there. Also, did you know that Christopher Daniels was originally going to be the higher power that, in WWE?
The higher power?
You know that whole thing, it was me, Austin, it was me.
Bloody hell, that was a while ago.
Well, at the time, Christopher Daniels was actually doing his Fallen Angel gimmick, but then Vince McMahon saw him and then went, "Are you serious? Look how small he is."
Oh, for God's sake.
You know that's how Vince thinks.
Yeah.
I'm glad to say I don't.
Well, there's not really much to know other than he thinks everyone needs to be big. I mean, I think Ollie, you told me about that time he saw that MMA guy, and because he was small, he actually thought he could take him. And Chris Jericho was like, dude, that guy will fucking kill you. I bet Vince thinks he could take Rey Mysterio.
Yeah.
Let him try. Does Rey Mysterio even still work for WWE?
No, he's a prison bitch in Lucha Underground, from what I understand. Oh yeah, he's in Lucha Underground, but they're a bit more weirdy with their shows, to be honest. But he has said he's not ruling out coming back for like a part-time run or something.
Whether or not you'd like Lucha Underground depends on why you watch WWE in the first place. Like, if you're in there for the wacky characters and like zany storylines, there is plenty of that.
Oh, I know, because the Know-It-All fan who appears a lot on Wrestling Regret actually wrestles there against John Morrison. Yeah.
Back off.
But Ray did appear in the Royal Rumble this year, so, you know, that was a thing.
Oh, for Christ. Right.
You're not gonna use it, bro? Oh, yeah, I get it. I thought you were talking about something else there.
Rey Mysterio. God, Santino was terrible. I also love the fact that Jim Cornette slaps the shit out of him.
I'm under level for that tournament anyway. I'll come back. Oh, I went on retry. Might as well.
When are you gonna retry anyway?
Nah. Alright. I'll come back when I'm hopelessly OP.
You won't be on that form.
Yeah, though I actually also looked into that whole thing, Jim Cornette explaining what actually happened the other week the other month with that whole thing where Santino confronted him.
Right.
We're past the 2-hour mark now. What are you gonna do now?
Sephiroth?
I'll take one more crack at Sephiroth, but if I don't get it, then we'll call it a stream, I think.
Okay. Don't you want to stream Bridge Crew as well?
Yeah, I can do that for a bit. Would you guys want to join us for that? I mean, you wouldn't be able to...
I'll be curious to see what it's like, so
You'll
maybe...
be looking through my eyes, so...
Okay.
Well, you don't see everything I see in VR. There's an approximation of a picture. But it's like what you've seen me do Skyrim VR. For some reason, it doesn't show you the whole picture.
Basically, you will be the luckiest people in the world because you get to look at me.
Oh god, I want a refund.
Where was I going?
Wrestling heels used to be like that. So vain that they would actually say people were lucky to see them.
Well, yeah.
But yeah, the whole Santino thing, apparently they were at a convention and Jim was unaware he was going to be there, and then when Jim left his table to do other things, because apparently people were coming to see him, but no one went to see Santino, apparently. He didn't have a lot of people going to see him at this convention because nobody wants to see Santino. I'll be back. Okay. So he confronted him, and then he wouldn't let Jim leave. It was like he demanded that Jim Cornette shake his hand and apologise for, mistreating him in WWE. To which Jim responded, I'm not going to apologise for what I've said and done to you because you were a fucking joke. Where his genuine thing came down to, without mincing words a little, he just said he never had any respect for Santino. He deserved everything bad that happened to him, and now he's retired because he was a goofy idiot. And his entire thing in wrestling now will be he was a laughing stock, and that's all he will ever be. Is more than what he, you know, he's got more exposure than he ever deserves to begin with. So, you know, he's not going to shake his hand.
I still remember that conversation he had with Chris Jericho. I don't remember the exact words, but I remember Jericho mocking his name.
I remember the exact words. I saw it many times.
Yeah, but apparently Santino was standing over him and wouldn't let him leave, so eventually Jim saw that people were starting to crowd around, and he just got a load of attention and goes, you see, all these people now got fucking cameras and they're watching you, so go ahead and fucking strike me, because they've not got evidence to fucking sue you. So then Santino backed the fuck away, and then the convention security got involved. And as far as security were concerned, Santino was the one who acted up, and they were going to kick him from the convention. So Jim just said, no, I'm leaving, I'm just going, I do not want to be here if he's in this building.
Hey, look,
so he just got his...
able to change forms. Can you imagine being that shadow thing fighting Sephiroth?
An interesting one.
Might as well fall on a sword. You know, even when he's being hit, Sephiroth still looks pretty good.
Oh, for God's sake.
Oh,
let's go.
No. I just healed from that, you git! Heal from that again, you git!
No, doesn't look like I can do it. Okay, well, I'm happy to call that a stream.
It depends, are you giving up on this permanently?
Not permanently, no. I will
Just
return stronger than ever.
Yeah, he'll return when he's, you know, gotten himself leveled up a bit.
I'm gonna go into the friggin' time chamber and train.
The hyperbolic time chamber.
Well,
they have that in this game.
They have an equivalent. Pride Rock basically spawns an infinite number of enemies for you to grind on. And also, like, you know, leveling up drive forms in the world that never was. You know,
and then we'll move on to Dream Drop. We'll move on to Dream Drop Dissidents.
Yeah. And then I'll figure out how to get the Orichalcum pluses as well. At which point I will have the ultimate weapon.
At some point, if you want, at one point I'll try and find a guide and send it to you.
Yeah. All right. Well, thanks for tuning in. We'll see you guys next time. Keep watching this space. We're going to come back with Bridge Crew in a bit. Bye.